I'm so happy to be back in my bed right now. Like, I really miss doing these bed chats because it just gives me an opportunity to be in my bed, which is my favorite place if you if you didn't know. Oh, you guys, it's been a week. I have been in a bit of a rut. Actually, I haven't even welcomed you. Welcome back to Bed Chats, you guys. I've already pre-started for you. I have been in a bit of a rut, and I have allowed myself the week to kind of just be in the rut and figure out like where my head is at. I had some family stuff come up unannounced that I just kind of wasn't prepared for, and life happened, and it kind of threw me off my routine and my schedule. And when that happens, if I'm already just kind of like in a bad headspace, or maybe like it's the week of me starting my period and I'm just like, oh, great, another thing like that I'm not prepared for to take on. Like, how am I going to handle this? Sometimes I take the bull by its horns, and sometimes I just allow myself to just be and just be in a bit of a funk. And this week, I allowed the funk to happen, and I am tired of being in a funk. I've been in funks far longer than just a week, and I've just powered through them and just, one foot in front of the other. But I'm at a point where I want to take back control of the funk and not allow it to get any deeper, because if I allow for the funk to set in my life, like let's say a bad situation happened, like in the past, I would allow for like one bad situation with a client to send me into a spiral of a funk where I just berated myself mentally, and I just wouldn't, do my dishes, and I would just tell myself that I just deserved to go to bed and just doom scroll. And that's just not who I am at my core. That's not who I'm proudest of, and that's not who I want to be. And yes, I allow myself to have those days and those moments, because I feel like if you try to avoid them, when they do inevitably happen, they're just worse, because they will inevitably happen. You can't avoid life. You can't avoid things that are out of your control that are less than appealing. Hard situations. Nobody wants to be going through them. Nobody wants to be in a funk, and everybody wants to live a beautiful, happy, peaceful life, right? Like that's what I want, a beautiful, happy, peaceful life where I wake up and I'm excited to have my morning cup of coffee in silence by myself, or I'm excited to sit in bed and draw, or something as simple as like I literally look forward to the days where I can have my strawberry matcha in the afternoon, because it's not every day that I have the time to make the strawberry matcha, because I'm not always at home. I'm either working a wedding, or I'm in the studio, or I'm teaching a class, or whatever it would be that is getting my attention for the day. Life is literally about those little moments for me. I can't explain it other than when I'm in a funk and I'm in this attitude of just like meh, meh, like I'm unmotivated, I'm uninspired, I don't want to get up. And to be honest with you, I woke up this morning and I did not want to film this episode. I did not want to put my camera on the tripod and go through the trouble of doing this, even though this provides me with so much joy and happiness, literally, to be able to sit here in my bed and release my emotions onto you guys, and hope that you feel either the same way, or it helps you lead you through a battle that you don't want to have to go through alone, or whatever the case may be. This makes me feel better to do this. And when I'm done doing things that I don't want to do, like work or chores or whatever, I always feel better in the end. It's like that person that's like, "Oh, you don't feel good? Well, have you drank water today?" And you're like, "No, I don't want to drink water." And they're like, "Well, you probably would feel better if you just drank water." And you're like, "Yeah, I know, but like I just don't want to drink water. Like I just don't want to drink water right now, you know?" It's like that. When you're in a funk and you just don't want to drink the freaking water, even though the water would probably make you feel better, you just have to go through it. But when you're ready to pull yourself out of it, because it will be yourself that pulls yourself out of these funks, It could be anybody that comes up to you, a friend, a family, or whatever, and says, "Hey, girl, I get that you're going through something right now, but maybe it's time." The only person that's pulling yourself out of that is you. You have to show up as yourself, as your best future self, and say to you in that moment that this is not who I want to be. This is not the person that I want to be. I want to be a motivated person. I want to be a disciplined person. I want to have a clean home. I want to look forward to the little things in life. I want to be joyous of my next moments. I want to just be happy and inspired and inspirational to other people. And sometimes those can feel like a weight holding you down, like pressure to be all of those things and to be like perfect. But it's not that. It's striving to be the best version of yourself that you deserve to be. And even though, yes, it's harder and then compared to just laying in my bed and doom scrolling, it really isn't, because I feel worse when I allow for myself to sleep in and barely, give myself a nutritious diet or drink water or care for myself or take care of my mental health, or even just like getting up and doing my makeup just to feel like me, or doing something for myself throughout the day. On those days when I just sit on my phone and just allow for entertainment to be given to me, I feel worse after that. In the moment, it's easy, but it's actually harder to pull myself out of those moments than it is when I'm, just getting up and being happy to be alive and to start the day. And what do I have to do today? And what can I create today? And like getting to talk to a friend on the phone, or literally just being able to be happy with where you're at in life and looking forward to the next moments. Being in a funk is kind of downplayed. Like it's just looked at as like, oh, well, you'll get over it or whatever. A lot like anxiety is sometimes, but it's real. And if you don't have someone like a support system to turn to help you pull out of that, or you're to even like set goals for yourself to pull yourself out of that, that can literally suck you deep into its trenches and hold on to you for forever. And I have seen too much lost talent, myself included, in the trenches, just given to the trenches because I just wanted to be stuck in a funk. And I'm making this episode because if you are going through a funk right now, or you're just not feeling your best, or you're maybe feeling like uninspired or unmotivated or lazy, just like lazy, like I've just been feeling lazy. That's really the only way I can put it. Just like, man, if you're feeling that way, like literally it's okay and it's not you. Do not allow for these moments where you're just not feeling your best, or you're not your best, whether it's circumstances of your control or not. Do not allow those moments to put a weight on to you and your identity, because that's not you. It's not me. I am not my funk. I'm allowed to go through that phase, but I am not my funk. I am my best version of myself, and I'm allowed to just have moments of, I call them moments of clarity. My funks are just moments of clarity, moments of pause, moments of peace, whatever you want to call them. You're going to go through them, and life is going to happen. And it's literally all about how you choose your next steps that best benefit your future life, that best benefit your future self, but also the identity of who you are is not locked down into these little moments. And I want to make that so clear, because in my head, I'll tell myself, like, this is just who you are. And why are you trying to fight that you're just lazy and you just don't want to do it? No, that's not who I am. I'm just tired right now. Or like, especially if, for instance, I went through something with my family this week and it brought me down emotionally, and I kind of had to work through that on top of just working through life in general. And that's hard. That's just hard on top of the weight that you're already carrying. So, all that to say, if you are battling something alone and you feel as if it has brought you into a funk and you're unmotivated, You're not alone. And here are some things that have made me feel a little better. I'm not saying that I'm completely out of said funk. I'm still in my bed right now talking to you guys, so we're not completely out of it. I do still want to be comfortable, but I'm giving myself grace to go through it, but within reason that I know my true self and I know that this is not forever. I got up this morning and I did something that I didn't want to do, but I knew it would make me feel better. I did my makeup, and in the moment, I was like, this is dumb. Like, I don't have to do my makeup today. I'm not going anywhere. Like, this is not going to make me feel better. Like, I just want to, like, sit and do nothing. And while I could have done that, like, nobody is beating down my door, like, you have to do these things. But the goals that I have set for myself are important, and they're important to maintain because it starts with the little things. Like, if I had told myself, okay, we're going to do our makeup today because we're going to feel better, and we need this to feel better. It could be anything. And I decided, no, I'm actually not going to do that. It starts with the little things you tell yourself that you're going to do for yourself, and then you don't do. And then little by little, you aren't even upholding the boundaries and the character of yourself. Like, if you tell somebody that you're going to do something, I like to be a person that does the things that I say I'm going to do. And that starts with doing them for yourself. And I know that sucks to hear when you're going through a funk because you just want somebody to tell you, it's okay, you deserve it. You rot in peace, girl. And yes, that is true. And yes, I do celebrate those moments when they are in need for myself and my friends, but if you allow the little things to catch up, you will have a pile at the end that you have to sort through, and just get ahead of it before it gets too deep, is I guess what I'm saying. And I'm really trying to make that point to myself, is I need to get ahead of it before I get in too deep in that mental state, because I don't want to be in that mental state. I want to be a person that wakes up and enjoys doing the things that make her happy in life, like getting dressed, or doing my makeup, or having a clean home. Even though I hate doing the dishes, I do like to have a clean home. I am proud to have a clean home that smells good, that I feel like is a warm hug when I walk inside of it. And all those things used to not be in my control when I was in my childhood, but they are within my control now. And yes, it's easier just to sit in my bed and doom scroll. And maybe I do deserve it because I've worked hard, but I also deserve to have a clean home. I also deserve to have friends that want to come visit because my home is clean. And I also deserve to have moments of peace where I do things for myself that, although require a little bit of effort, like doing my makeup or doing the dishes or doing the yard work or doing whatever the chore may be of that day, I feel so much better when it is done, and I'm better for doing it. And that is literally the meaning of building a better life. Like, we're all just living and trying, and each day we're just taking the next step forward. And I want you guys to know that although you see a person online that albeit shares positive things, and this is a positive thing, I'm not looking at this like a negative thing. I'm self-aware enough to know that I should be sharing the downs just as much as I share the highs, and it would be unfair of me to be it would be hypocritical of me to be having this conversation with myself and not having it with you guys as well, because you might be going through this too. And the worst thing to go through, especially all of this, is to go through it alone. And I know this isn't the worst thing, but we are not comparing situations anymore. You are allowed to go through a funk and that be a big thing for you to have to work through. You don't have to compare it. I'm bad about this, comparing it to, like, well, it could be worse. Yeah, it can be. Everything can be worse. But it really sucks to go through a funk, and it really sucks to be kind of in a low mental state and having to get yourself through that and get yourself out of it. So, all that to say, I woke up this morning. I did not feel like doing this, but I'm doing it anyways. And I already feel better for it. I did my makeup, and I did not want to do it, and I felt so much better after. And now I'm going to take myself outside, even though I don't want to because it's really hot, and I'm going to sit in the sun for at least 10 to 15 minutes because it's going to make me feel better and recharged. And I'm going to come back inside, and I'm going to make sure that I'm drinking water today, and that I'm being nice to myself up here because I deserve that too. I'm going to clean up my space because that makes me feel better. And at the end of the day, when I'm tired, at least I know that I'm pulling myself out of this funk and it's not permanent. And I want you to know that as well. If you're going through something, it's not permanent, and you can control your surroundings little by little. These things will make you feel better, and you deserve that too. Just as much as you deserve a rot day and doom scrolling, just don't get stuck in that mental state. And that's really all I had to say to you guys today without sitting here and rambling and going through a whole therapy session. I'm going to get myself out of this funk, and you're going to get yourself out of any funk that you ever go through. If you're going through one right now, I believe in you. If it's not time for you to get yourself out of it and you still want to be in it, then fine, be in it. But girl, you got to get through it at some point, and you'll hit a phase where you're frustrated with yourself, and that'll be the point where you channel that frustration and that anger, and you make light, you make way. And I'm proud of you for doing that. I'm proud of myself for being self-aware enough to pull myself out of these moments. And I'm also proud to have a support system now where I can call my friends and they uplift me and motivate me to be the best self. And they validate me, and they tell me that it's okay to have days off, and it's okay to take time and just rot. But also, sometimes you need either big sis energy or big friend energy, whatever you want to call this, someone that is going to speak light into you and speak life into you, and to let you know that there are little things still within your control to get yourself through these moments, through these funks, through these phases, through life, whatever you want to call this. And I love you guys so much. If you've made it this far into this chat and this has resonated with you, please leave a comment in support because I love hearing from you guys, and this is why I do this. So, yeah, I hope you have a great day and pull yourself out of that funk. Bye. Love you, mean it.